Hi, I'm Shireen Noon, and I wrote a book called The Art of Gift Giving. I wrote it so people would know how to give better gifts to the people they love and care about. I'm going to read a chapter. I'm going to read the first chapter out of my book. It is called The Art of Listening. Mastering gift giving is all about listening. Listening, you ask? Yes, it's about listening, really listening, to what people aren't so much saying, but what they're trying to say. Many people go on and on about absolutely nothing, and for hours. But if you know what you're listening for, you will have the ability to uniquely touch people's hearts. How to listen. To listen, you must be present. By present, I mean mentally and emotionally present. Moment to moment in the room, not thinking about yourself and what you did, should do, or what you're going to do or say next. Not thinking about what you did right, what you did wrong, what you said, how you showed them, or how you could have done it better. To truly hear, you must want to be present with the other person, completely and 100% focused on his face, eyes, mouth, and the meaning behind his words. It's not easy, but the rewards are priceless. What to listen for. Sometimes the sounds coming out of his mouth will sound like nonsensical, mishmashed, garbled garbage. And that's okay, just stay with him. You are on raging waters, tossed across large boulders, dodging spinning whirlpools that could suck you down forever. Just come back to the room and remember that he really is saying valuable things to you at this moment in time. Perhaps he is trying to tell you about himself and wants you to know him intimately but safely. It could be that he has camouflaged his true self with gobbledygook and whirligigs in order to protect himself from your possible judgment or criticism. It's an expertly smokescreen mystery that is your exciting mission to solve. Listening is my greatest challenge. I usually listen until I can figure out where he is going with his line of conversation, and then something happens in my mind that makes me think, I know everything he is going to say next. That's when I check out. My thoughts take off a million miles in a minute with something that reminds me of something else, how that affects me, what that really means about him, how I can fix him, or what was going on for me that day. After a while, I realize his lips are still moving, but I can't hear anything and realize that I have no idea what he's been saying for the last 5 minutes. I try to mentally recall his last few words or even a whole sentence to see if I can fake being present the whole time. He can tell I'm not with him, but either no one really expects you to truly get them, or we have all become masters of half listening and half expecting to be heard. We usually go on as if I didn't just miss a huge chunk of the conversation. Listening takes a lot of practice, but luckily we've all got nothing but time filled with people talking to us. Every conversation is an opportunity to stretch the being present muscles. With every attempt, you will get better. Soon you will hear whole conversations without missing a nuance. The richness of this kind of connectedness and intimacy is extremely rewarding for you and the other person you care about. It can nourish the soul like nothing else. For now, however, you're on a quest to find wonderful ideas for gifts to give him. Listen to his heart, not his mouth. The answers are there if you really want to master this art. Only here will you find, out of the myriad of material objects that exist in this world, the answers to what gift might make him happy. This is not a practice for the self-obsessed or shallow of heart. This is a mission for the most courageous and daring warriors. This is a mission for the most courageous and daring warriors. For those of you who are brave enough to see and accept another person exactly as he is, you may find that this skill could be your greatest gift to humanity. Turning off the projector. Most of us have no clue how to truly see who's right in front of us. We're usually looking through a thick fog of our own projections, of our inner narratives, stories, overanalysis, confusion, and worries, attempting to win the day for ourselves. We see others through filters, fogged by our mistakes, goals, frustrations, dreams, angers, desires, and hopelessness. We feel, I can't accept what I don't like about myself or my life, so I'll project it out into the world onto other people and attack it on that battlefield. By escaping and denying our own issues, we never get to master the art of seeing other people clearly, let alone ourselves. We're only half here. We have so much fear about being emotionally harmed directly or indirectly that we can barely look one another in the eyes. If we do, it's only for brief moments, and then we look away for relief and safety. But we can get through the fog by being present for as many moments as possible each day, setting aside our concerns long enough to see who the amazing person is right in front of us. Imagine this. Take your projections off your mental worries, voices, thoughts, criticisms, and judgments, and run them through a powerful filter that screens them completely out of your vision. Imagine that that filter is completely coated with all those thoughts. Now remove the filter and set it carefully into a strong, lightweight steel box, bolt it with 3 big locks, and place it in a room behind a heavy wooden door where it will be safely stored. Now that all your thoughts about what you need to fix, solve, or be right about are secure and contained, available for you at a later time. Know that all your thoughts about what you need to fix, solve, or be right about are secure and contained, available for you at a later time. You can come back to them and put the filter back onto your projector right after you're through being present with this person. But for now, you're unencumbered, feeling free, light, and clear. Ah, that's better. Close the door behind you and see everything exactly as it is. Things may seem a little quiet to you. The voices have stopped. You're here now. You can be present and focused on these valuable moments with your friend. Make physical contact. Look him in the eyes and let him into your heart. See him as if for the first time. Hear him as if for the first time. Love him as if your heart is stretching wider than the universe. Feel how great you are. Remember how much you have to give and how much you want to give. Getting busted and turning off the projector again. Sometimes I'm so consumed with my day, my issues, and my plans on how to keep the world spinning on its axis that my filter will bust out of the box, break down the door, and fly right back onto my projector right in the middle of a heartfelt conversation. And I won't have any connection to where I was, when I was, or what happened for maybe the past 5 minutes. I can tell when my boyfriend catches me. He gets an annoyed look on his face, and I start coming back, realizing I've been busted. And then I backpedal. Of course it doesn't work, so let me tell you up front, it's just a lot easier to out yourself. I tell him, I'm so sorry I wasn't being present. I got lost in my head. I care about what you were telling me. Would you please say it again? I will really listen this time. He'll be a little irritated with me still, but it goes away quickly because he knows that I'm being sincere. Something like that, in your own words, ends up getting you back to the starting point a lot faster than trying to fake it. Plus, you lose a lot of trust points if you're not honest and direct. Okay, get that filter locked up in its box and get present.